All right. So the first principle is no surprise, but it's dead serious. Put in the time. It's so obvious it almost shouldn't need to be said, but it does need to be said, doesn't it? I mean, look, how many times have you found an all too convenient excuse not to go to the gym and then been angry at yourself afterwards? And how many times have you put off finishing that chapter or starting that screenplay or researching that query? I bet it doesn't happen the same way with writing as it does with the gym, or for the same reasons, or in the same fashion. But I do suspect it happens. It happens to me. I bet it happens to you. It happens to all of us now and then. And that's the rub. How do we make it not happen so that you're always putting in the time and progressing on one track or another? Let's discuss the 3 rules for this one. First, you need a schedule. Even if it's as straightforward as can be, formalizing it, making it kind of official, even if just in your own mind, will help a ton. Writing sporadically, like working out sporadically, will result in very little progress over time. To get results, you've got to set a schedule and really stick to it. You might commit to writing 3 mornings each week and one of the 2 weekend days, or every weekday evening for 2 hours, leaving the weekend free to do other things. It doesn't matter how it looks. Either way, getting the pages, like building muscle or losing pounds, only comes from setting a plan and being damn near religious about it. The other thing, of course, is acknowledging and communicating its importance. Most often the advice you're going to hear is to let others know how important writing is to you, your family or the people who are around you most often. I like to look at it slightly differently than that, which is to tell yourself again and again how important it is. Your body is a temple, the only body you get, and you intellectually understand what that means, but sometimes McDonald's looks damn good too. So you need to remind yourself constantly that it's up to you to take care of yourself. You can tell the people around you 100 times a day. Ultimately, it's your call. And I believe the same goes with writing 100%. You need to reiterate to yourself often that this matters. This means something. This is part of you, and you are the caretaker of it. You don't need someone else to walk up to you with a plaque that says this officially declares you a writer. You need to give yourself your own figurative plaque, shall we say, which will help emphasize it as both a need and an imperative, which it is. And finally, there's the old saw about giving yourself those chocolate chip cookies when you finish the 2,000 words, or engaging in some sort of self-flagellation when you don't. This is an effective approach, but only for those who have the discipline to actually give themselves the punishments or rewards accordingly. If you cheat on the punishments or rewards, then what's the point? I endorse this system because I do think it actually works well over time, but there are a couple of things I find you can do to make it work better. The first thing is to place the rewards or penalties in the hands of someone else, someone you trust. Give them $50 at the beginning of the month. That is your reward fund. You need to show them those words or that query or that completed research. Then they can give you the reward, no different than a parent slowly distributing Halloween candy in the weeks after. If you have tickets to a concert you want to go to, buy the tickets, give them to your friend, and tell him or her to tear them up right in front of your face if you don't deliver on your goals for that week or month. You may be laughing about this as I say it, but do this once. Again, you need someone you trust to follow through on it, and you'll feel both the pain or the pleasure. And both are rather self-reinforcing over time. The second thing you can do is to somehow publicize your rewards or punishments, like within a circle of people you trust. This is similar to giving the power of the rewards or punishments to a friend, but you're still keeping control and management of it yourself, except you're broadcasting it to others, and therefore shining a light on whether you did what you said you would or didn't.